Bristol is the kind of place that can turn a superstar into a backmarker in about 2 seconds flat. And on Sunday afternoon, April 12, that's exactly what it did to Shane van Gisbergen. The Kiwi road course king rolled into Bristol Motor Speedway for the Food City 500. And what happened next was not just a bad day. It was a nightmare. SVG didn't just wreck his own race. He took another driver's emotional comeback story down with him. And now, 8 races into the 2026 season, his spot in the playoffs is hanging by a single point. Let's talk about why Bristol was always going to be a tough one for Shane. This track is a half-mile concrete bullring. It has high banks, crazy tight corners, and lap times of about 15 seconds. That means the leaders are lapping back markers almost every minute. There is no room to breathe, no room to think, and almost no room to make a mistake. Shane built his name on road courses. Those tracks reward smooth hands and careful braking. Bristol rewards the complete opposite. You have to be aggressive. You have to feel a loose car before it gets away from you. And you have to do it while dodging traffic every single lap. It's a totally different world. The warning signs showed up on Saturday. Shane qualified 33rd out of 37 cars with a lap of 15.634 seconds. That put him all the way back in row 17. Before the green flag even waved, the number 97 Trackhouse Chevy was already in trouble. Now here is where the story gets even more painful. Because to really feel how bad Shane's day was, you have to know about Alex Bowman. Bowman drives the number 48 Ally Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Back on March 1 at Circuit of the Americas, he climbed out of his car on lap 71 because he was feeling dizzy and sick. The doctors said it was vertigo. He missed the next 4 races: Phoenix, Las Vegas, Darlington, and Martinsville. 4 different fill-in drivers took turns in the 48 while Bowman worked to get better. He spent 5 weeks recovering. He tested street cars. He did karting, pit practice, and simulator work. Finally, on Thursday, April 9, Hendrick Motorsports announced he was cleared to race again, with no restrictions at all. Bristol would be his comeback race. Bowman knew it wouldn't be easy. Before the race, he said, "It's probably the worst place possible to come back to," but Bristol had always been good to him. He had 3 top 10 finishes in his last 4 starts there, including 2 pole positions. The whole NASCAR world was pulling for him. Just remember this part, because it matters a lot in a minute. The race got rolling with Ryan Blaney on pole and Tyler Reddick next to him. Kyle Larson took stage 1 ahead of Christopher Bell, Blaney, Chase Briscoe, and Josh Berry. Meanwhile, Shane was buried deep in the field, struggling to find any rhythm at all. On a track where the fast guys run 15-second laps, he looked like a driver still learning what the car wanted. Then came lap 160, early in stage 2. This is the moment everything fell apart. Shane came through, turn 4, and his number 97 got loose. A Bristol veteran might have saved it. Shane could not. The car started spinning, and because Bristol is so tight and so packed with traffic, he didn't just wreck himself, he collected 3 other cars. John Hunter Nemechek in the number 42 tried to yank his car up the track to dodge the spinning 97. But when he jerked the wheel, his car pulled straight into the side of Alex Bowman's number 48. Bowman got shoved into the wall. Then Todd Gilliland smashed into him from behind. One trackside report summed it up in one line: 97 loses it and collects the 38, 42, and 48 in turn 4. Caution is out for the 4th time. Just like that, 4 cars were wrecked. And Alex Bowman's big comeback was basically over. Bowman took the 48 to the garage. His team looked at the damage and realized it was terminal. The car was done. He was listed last in the 37 car field. His return race, the one everyone had been rooting for, lasted less than a third of the Food City 500. To his credit, Bowman handled it like a pro. "Yeah, I was fine. Just a frustrating day," he told reporters afterward. That was the one piece of good news. He felt totally fine physically. The vertigo did not come back. But he also admitted the car was not great even before the wreck. "Really struggled with our Ally 48 Chevy. Just really struggled with the handling today," he said. Then, looking ahead, he added, "Move on to Kansas. Another should be a good racetrack for us. This one should have too. The cruel part? Bowman came into Bristol 36th in the standings, and he left Bristol 36th in the standings. The comeback proved he could drive again, but that was about it. What about Shane? His number 97 did not go to the garage. The Trackhouse crew worked fast on the left front, and he stayed on track. But he was no longer racing. He was just surviving. Lap after lap, he lost ground to the leaders. By the time the checkered flag waved, the official results had him listed as running in 33rd place. He had completed 335 of the 500 laps. That means he finished about 165 laps down. No stage points, no highlights, just a slow, painful afternoon. And it gets worse. Because now Shane's playoff hopes are on thin ice. After 8 races, he sits 16th in the Cup standings with 177 points. He is only 1 point ahead of Chase Briscoe in 17th. He is 15 points behind Daniel Suarez in 15th. In simple words, Shane is right on the playoff cut line. One more bad race, and he could be on the outside looking in. Up at the front of the standings, Tyler Reddick is still in charge with 386 points. Blaney, Hamlin, Gibbs, Elliott, Larson, Byron, and Wallace round out the top group. Bristol didn't shake up the top of the board much, but it shook the bubble, and Shane is stuck right in the middle of it. Now here's the part that probably hurts the most for Shane. While he was limping around 165 laps down, history was being made at the front of the pack. Tai Gibbs won his very first Cup Series race. He took control of the closing laps at one of the toughest short tracks on the schedule and held on for the biggest moment of his career. A huge breakthrough for the young Joe Gibbs racing driver. A huge day for the sport. And Shane missed the whole thing while parked in the back trying to keep his car pointed straight. So the big question now is this. Can Shane van Gisbergen really handle these short ovals? He qualified 33rd. He caused a wreck on lap 160 by losing a loose car in traffic. He finished 165 laps down. The garage was stunned by how fast his day fell apart. Fans are already asking if his oval skills are catching up to his road course talent, or if Bristol just proved the gap is still huge. There's a case to be patient. Shane is still one of the best road course drivers on the planet. He's won at the Cup level before. Short track ovals take years to figure out, even for American racers who grew up on them. But right now, the conversation is louder than it was 24 hours ago. Next Sunday, the Cup Series heads to Kansas Speedway for the Advent Health 400. Kansas is a 1.5 mile oval. It's faster, smoother, and a lot more forgiving of small mistakes than Bristol. It's the kind of track where Shane can stop the bleeding before the schedule gets even harder. He has 7 days to figure out what went wrong in Turn 4 and whether he can keep his playoff dreams alive.